It's fine. All right, let's call the meeting to order. Say pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilmember Bump. Here. Councilmember Emmerling Baker.
Here.
Councilmember Happy.
Here.
Councilmember Keller. Councilmember
Present.
Keller.
Present.
Councilmember Seeger.
Here.
Councilmember Pruitt
Here.
and Mayor Wood.
Here. All right, appoint budget committee members. Make a motion to appoint Butch Miller and Sherelle Price to the budget committee.
I second it.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I'm sorry,
Aye.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
How many vacancies are there?
Two. This
Okay.
fills-
Excellent. Thank you. That was my only question.
All right.
Mayor.
Pete, you got a question?
Just a comment, I know that we had some other applicants and it's totally within your role to appoint and our role is to approve. But I do think that there's some value in having contrary opinions on the budget committee so we can have effective debate. And that's my only contribution is I just feel like we have a lot of people that fall into a demographic that represent one portion of the community, but there is a voice in our community that's underrepresented with these candidates.
All right, Tiffany? And I'm gonna say that wasn't an issue in the last council, so. And I'm just gonna follow up and say just real quickly that these positions are nonpartisan and that's why it's so important to be that way. So we can represent everybody in this community, no matter what they are. And so that's why it's so important to be that way. And that's what I try to be. Anybody else?
Pete and Denise have hands.
Denise. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Thank you. I just wanted to point out that it was stated this year that Mayor Wood, that you would appoint anybody who applied to council, that you wouldn't play favoritism like the old mayor. And so obviously that has changed. And you're all in your purview of appointing whoever you want, even though Kathy Fallon applied on Monday. So I recognize and respect your opinion. I'm hoping that this entire elected body is accountable enough and compassionate enough to consider possibly making amends for any past negativity shared online or in person about past appointments that a former mayor may have been, just to show that obviously there are things that the mayor can do or this council can do. And so if we are accountable and compassionate, that we will say, wow, maybe I should not have shared these negative things, and I probably won't again. That is my hope.
Thank you, Denise. Hey, did you have another question or is that from last time?
Oh, I just put my hand up again. So I just want to say I understand that these positions are nonpartisan. I get that. But that being said, there's definitely, I think, a viewpoint that some people, but that kind of transcends our political affiliation. And I guess that's what I'm referring to. I think that, we've got Mayor Cramblett on budget committee, which I think is amazing. I think it's unfortunate that our past mayor wasn't given the opportunity to have a voice at the table. I think the idea of being able to have Mayor Cramblett and Mayor Fallon and our current mayor alongside having, Mary Ann Bump, who served in the finance department for over 20 years, and Tiffany, who's been on budget committee for over 20 years. We just have a lot of people that bring a lot of strings to this. And so I think it's unfortunate that Mayor Fallon wasn't given an opportunity to have a seat at the table. And that's really all I have to add.
Thank you, Pete. Tiffany, there were three applications, two were chosen. The hypocrisy coming from from you guys, is kind of palatable because there was no such problems in the last council when you had 3 vacancies and 3 applications and there was no problems with that. So can we have, please?
All right, so all in favor of appointing Sorrel Price and Butch Miller to Budget Committee, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, so we have 6 yeas and 1 nay being by Eric Keller, right? Is that correct? Okay. All right, I'll take
Take a
a
motion to adjourn.
second. Anybody?
I second, sorry.
All right, all in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? No, thank you guys, so all in favor of adjourning?
Thank you.
Thank you.